Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sarah and I am a wife and a mom, and in my free time I like to play with makeup. Today's video is going to be my January empties and a few declutters. It's going to be kind of a shorter video because I don't have a ton this month, but I did want to give you some thoughts on some products that I'm finally used up and some products that I'm decluttering from my collection. So if that sounds good to you, grab your coffee and let's get started. Okay, the first product I have here is the Fourth Ray Beauty BFD Cleansing Oil. This is a $14 cleansing oil, and this is my go-to cleansing oil right now. I usually pick these up when they are buy one, get one 50% off at Ulta, so they're a little bit more affordable there. But this is what I use to remove all my makeup before I wash my face at night, and it just does a really good job. I don't feel like this stings my eyes. It usually gets off mascara really well, so yeah, I really like this. I tend to prefer an oil that has a pump. I don't like the pomade type cleansing balms just because I don't like to stick my fingers into the container, so this one is really good if you just need like a really affordable cleansing oil. I have one hair care product. This is the Kenra clarifying shampoo. This is a $16 clarifying shampoo. I really like this. I also double cleanse my hair when I wash my hair. I only wash my hair once or twice a week. So this helps get all of the dirt and grime and dry shampoo out of my hair without stripping my hair or drying out my hair. Okay, this next product, I'm so freaking happy. I am done with it. Well, whatever. I'll just tell you what it is first. This is the Dove Dry Spray Go Fresh antiperspirant in the Cool Essentials fragrance. When we first had to be quarantined, my Walmart wasn't able to get my normal deodorant. I usually use this scent in just the normal stick form, but Walmart wasn't able to get it because of the supply issues. So I picked this up thinking it would be a good alternative. I freaking hate this so much. And it's not so much the product that is bad because it did keep me dry. It does smell the same as my normal deodorant, but the application, spraying this under your armpits, is horrible. I will never get a spray deodorant again in my life, ever, because it didn't matter how close or far I sprayed this from my armpit. If I sprayed it under my shirt, if I sprayed it when I wasn't dressed, it didn't matter when or how I sprayed this. I got a complete mouthful of this every single time. It took me forever to use this because I just didn't want to, and it smelled up my bathroom. It was just messy. The commercials for this product say that it dries in 15 seconds, but it did not dry in 15 seconds. It didn't matter if I used a lot or a little. This took forever to dry. It felt like I was already sweating under my armpits. This product and I just did not get along. I'm so happy that this is gone. The last empty that I have is a makeup product. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. I finally used this up. This is in the shade 12N Fair Neutral. I have been working on this for a really long time, and I just finally decided that it needs to go. This has been in my collection for a really long time, probably about 3 years, and I've been using it consistently for the past couple months, and I just decided that it's probably time for it to go. I was scraping the sides of it, and I'm not one of those people that is gonna pull out the stopper and completely use something up, especially where this has been in my collection for over its expiration date. But this is my favorite concealer ever. I actually prefer to use the color 16N, but I had this in my collection, so I wanted to use it up. I definitely will be repurchasing it. I am trying to get through a few other concealers in my collection, but this is my favorite concealer. I know people on YouTube and Instagram are so over Shape Tape, but I can always count on this concealer to look really nice under my eyes. It never creases, it never looks dry or cakey on me. It covers up my mom bags, so eventually I will be repurchasing this, but just not right now. That was all of my empties for the month. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I keep track of how much my empties cost per month or how much in product I am getting rid of. So my total empties cost for January was $62.94. So I am happy to see these products be used up and out of my collection. Some of them are repurchases, some of them are not at all, but I do keep track of how much I use up in products for a year. So if you are interested in keeping up with how much I'm using in empties, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because towards the end of this year, I will be totaling up the total amount of empties I've used to see how much product I used up. I hope that makes sense. I do have 2 declutters that I am getting rid of this month. The first one being this Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I have the color Porcelain. And I picked this up at TJ Maxx a couple months ago, thinking that I wanted a full coverage foundation, but this is like beyond full coverage. This is just heavy and cakey on me. It did not matter how much I used, if I used a little amount, if I used too much, obviously it was too heavy. It didn't matter if I used a sponge or a brush. I did try to cut it with some oil to kind of thin out the consistency and thin out the coverage, and it just looks heavy no matter how I apply it. I've also worn this under a mask, and it just breaks up and looks so gross by the end of the day. So I am decluttering this. I tried really hard to get some use out of this, but every method that I tried just didn't work. So this is leaving my collection. The second declutter I am getting rid of this month is kind of a bummer for me, but I'm just deciding that this is done. And this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I don't want to like hold it up because it's gonna fall out, but this is in the shade Bronzer. This was one of my focus products for last December and then for 2021. And it's like pretty much gone. I repressed it, and since I've repressed it, it is just a crumbly mess. Every time I open it to use it, it just more and more falls out. And any brush that I use to pick it up, it just more and more falls out. It's so messy. But then when I try to apply it to my face, I'm not getting the color payoff that I'm used to with this product. So I am going to call this done. I feel really good with how much I've used because this was pretty much gone before I repressed it. So yeah, I'm a little bit bummed that I didn't like completely use this up, but in my opinion, it is just too messy to keep trying to use. Alright guys, that is all for today's empties and declutters. If you liked today's video, please make sure you subscribe and give it a thumbs up so that you can keep seeing my content, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!